It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Just a few games left before the NBA playoffs and the final seeding starting to lock in. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Detroit Pistons. Looking at the Pistons, there is some significance to this game for them because victory here means they will officially have the third best record in the league. And guys, Zach Randolph in this game tonight, he's always been the first guy that comes to mind when you think about those blue-collar guys who grind it out underneath. In this kind of style of play, is it still viable in the NBA?
Well, he's one of those rare power forwards that, still plays inside and post up, scores. You know what, Ernie?
What?
He might be extinct. He's one of the last of the dying breed of post-up big guys.
Most modern power forwards have developed a little more range, but it's still possible to dominate while playing only in the paint. I know I did it a long time ago. I don't want to talk about myself. We're talking about Zach Randolph right now.
And that'll do it for us here. Again, thank you for not talking about yourself anymore.
Because I would have to pay Kenny $100.
The Pistons continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup on the road. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. Still out of the lineup is Vince Carter. They want him healthy.
Kevin, what a huge blow to this team. I mean, he's going to miss some of the playoffs and possibly all of them.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, the Gasol brothers, Pal and Mark, have a mutual love and respect that belies their sibling rivalry. Even as teammates playing for Spain, their battles in practice were legendary. Ricky Rubio said, "I've never seen two dudes fight that much, and then, after all of that, hug each other and be brothers." Mark said, "We enjoy competing at the highest level with each other. We challenge each other and push each other every day."
Great story, David. Thank you. And both these teams like to get out and run the floor, Smitty. We should be in for a real treat here.
Yeah, you love it watching these two fast break teams, Kevin. Both teams getting out and running. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Boys, nice and high.
And it's the Pistons to start out. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Prez out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Morris in at the small forward position.
You can just see how brilliant a mind Prez has. His feel for the game is phenomenal. His passion for it fuels him.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And with the free throw percentage hovering around 70, he knows he has to bring that up.
The first one falls.
And you look back on the Pistons, and whenever that group has had success as a franchise, it's always driven by a team-oriented concept. I mean, yeah, they've had stars, Isaiah Thomas, Chauncey Billups, but at the heart of all their title runs was a group of 5 guys that just played for each other.
Nice shot by Randolph.
And Randolph's skill in knocking down the mid-range jump shot is important to this team. Helps to have a big man with a jumper.
Morris passes to Prez, down low. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Prez.
High basketball IQ right there. Saw his teammate had the advantage, so he got him the rock and let him go to work.
Now here's Conley. Last game he had 13. Out of hand on it. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Over to the left wing. Fires the three, and he gets it to go. No problem on the three from Prez.
Just a terrific job measuring the long ball. Prez showing his ability to knock down the tray.
Here's Conley. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. They get it again. Gasol. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And you can see one team is working hard on the glass and the other not.
Now here's Drummond. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston. Allen outside. He feeds it to Randolph. Gasol a screen. Randolph dishes to Conley. Here's Gasol, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
When Gasol feels the D playing off him, he has no problem going right up with the shot. Great confidence from the big man.
Prez kicks to Drummond. To the middle. Prez with the bucket. Prez has got 6.
Really outstanding job by the offense to get the ball right near the bucket.
Conley against Jackson. Out to the right wing. Randolph. Here's Allen. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Love how Allen hits the glass, just relentless, and how he gets these rebounds.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the night.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Free throw, good. Allen. And Tony Allen, a 6'4" shooting guard. His lack of height has never been a hindrance defensively.
No, not at all. Tony Allen feels like he's a 7-footer. He'll guard the point guards. He guards guys like Kevin Durant, probably 7 inches taller than him. But he has a huge wingspan. That definitely helps. And he has a mentality to want to guard the best player on the floor.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D. And, you know, if you ask any great player, what separates good from great in terms of the NBA is confidence. And Reggie Jackson has never been short on having confidence. I mean, he feels as if he's been a star ever since he came into this league and just needed the opportunity. And I tell you what, I think he's right. I mean, he's made the most of it coming over to Detroit and did not skip a beat. And I tell you what, Stan Van Gundy's very happy to have him at the helm of that point guard position.
And when you think about Reggie Jackson's demeanor, you can see the confidence he plays with goes right at the taller players. Loves to be challenged by the big name players too.
And it shows most in the fourth quarter. Reggie is the kind of player who wants the ball with the game on the line. He might not always come through, but he isn't one to back down from a challenge.
Conley is so adept in pick and roll sets. The defense never knowing if he's going to pass or shoot after the screen.
Caldwell Pope outside. Kicks it to Prez. The Pistons working the ball around now. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Gasol. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. And that one, good.
When Randolph gets space near the basket, he's deadly.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. To the paint. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist from Prez. Caldwell Pope's got his first 2 points of the night. Conley kicks to Randolph. Passes to Gasol. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Well, you ask his teammates, Marc Gasol is really the catalyst for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's the defensive anchor and also the focal point on the offensive end.
And no doubt Gasol the engine of this team, Steve, but he maintains a very humble demeanor, don't you think?
A star, but also you can label him as a great teammate. He stands up for his guys, he bonds with them, puts the team first. That's what you want from your best player.
Hill, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And so Marc Gasol nails both of them.
Marc Gasol offensively so gifted.
Get over here, guys. Hustle up. Let's talk. Is anyone interested in guarding Conley tonight? You got to step it up. He has got to work harder when they set a pick for him. So let's make him beat us from mid-range. I want us going over the top of ball screens. Let's force them into the teeth of our defense. No easy buckets now, all right? We got this.
Proved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Definitely. He saw some stuff he didn't like out there, and I think taking this time to calm his guys down is the right call.
And let's look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Morris.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
The Pistons trailing. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Jackson. He dishes it to Prez. To the inside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. And Smitty, great to have you in the booth here. A former NBA All-Star, NBA champion. Dreams certainly do come true. Was working in the announcing booth one of your dreams, you think, growing up? Did that ever enter your mind?
You know what,
Just
Kevin?
be honest about this now.
I'm going to be very honest.
All right.
Not at all. Obviously, to be an NBA basketball player. Then after that, I thought maybe a GM role, coaching. But I'm loving this right now, being right here with you, my friend.
We love to have you as well.
The Memphis Grizzlies, as we know, the Grizzlies have been grit and grind, slowing the basketball up, pounding it inside. But you have to ask the question, are they behind the curve the way the league is playing right now?
Morris is checked in for Memphis. James Ennis comes in for Allen. Now here's Caldwell Pope following the miss by Michael Conley. Got that bucket in no time at all. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And the Grizzlies' high water mark was in 2013 when they won 56 games in the regular season. And then Steve made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yes, this team has age and they've had some injuries, but I still think it's time to create more roster versatility. They need to adapt to different styles and make sure the matchups work to their advantage.
It's tipped.
Look at Prez rise up with a timely block. So good at reading the opposition and getting high for those rejections.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
It's deflected. And here is Conley. There's the pick. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Conley's got 5.
Having a good, efficient start to this game offensively. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Smith outside. It's Hill on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Yep, it counts. Harris has got his first points of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Ennis with the ball. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Back to Parsons. Launches a 3. It's good. The assist that time for Ennis. Parsons got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Down low. And the basket by Hill.
And Prez is just a dynamic player, a flawless passer who sets his guys up perfectly.
Ennis passes to Conley. To the paint. Here's Ajinça. And the jam by Ajinça.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
I love offense, and I don't know how long they can keep it up, but a great start.
Davis is checked in for Chandler Parsons. Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. And Smitty, interesting story about Mike Conley. He shoots his jump shot with his left hand, but he says aside from that, he's right-handed.
Well, that's a treat because when you get a chance to watch Mike Conley, when he drives the basketball, has one of the best offhand floaters in the game. And like you said, very fluent at shooting a lefty jump shot, but very comfortable with that right hand around the basket.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. John Lure, he's checked in for the Pistons. Memphis So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Randolph comes in for Markieff Morris. Parsons checked in for Davis. And Allen subbed in for James Ennis. Down low, the tough pair of Zebo and Gasol. Conley and Allen working once again together in the backcourt. And it's Parsons in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. The Pistons have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
That free throw good from Prez. And the Grizzlies, with quality play, Steve, over the years in their front court and at the point guard position, they've struggled to find the long-term starters, however, on the wing.
Especially on the offensive end. It's been a rotating cast. Tayshaun Prince, Jeff Green, Courtney Lee, Vince Carter, Matt Barnes, Lance Stevenson, and the list goes on and on. They need guys who can score from the wing position.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Rockets gave them an edge. He finished with 8 points and also added to the cause with 8 rebounds. Another fantastic showing in what has been a great stretch of basketball for him. Kevin, we'll see if he can keep it going tonight.
All right, David, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GM?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
You know what, guys? I think he can even do better. I think he has another gear to get to.
Here's Conley. Following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Conley dishes to Randolph. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson.
I'm Prez.
That is his first foul of the game.
Presidential pardon.
Feeds it to Conley. Memphis moving that ball around. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And one thing the Pistons have been doing in recent times is honoring the members of the 2004 championship team. Retired several numbers, and rightly so. You know, Gray, that team was special.
And that 2004 had a great cast of characters, many of whom found a rebirth with the Pistons. That team helped continue the us against the world feeling that the franchise had in the Bad Boys era. Hard to express just how much that team meant to the city of Detroit.
And right now we're seeing the rise of great passing in the NBA, so valuable offensively, obviously. Is that a natural talent of players, or is it a mentality? Is it a learned aspect of the game? How would you classify it?
All of the above, Kevin. There are some guys that make the right pass, but they see the open guy they're hitting. Then there's some guys that can see 2 plays ahead and see the play developing. And then there are some guys that got to learn how to become passers. You know, you have a lot of, as long as you pass it, it's pretty good. But then there's some guys that just gift it.
Who are some of the guys that you mentioned who can see a play or 2 ahead? Who are some of those guys that have that kind of feel for the game?
Like Chris Paul. I mean, he sees the floor so well and see the play developing before it happens. LeBron James is another guy like that. Rondo was one of the best, I think, in the business. A lot of guys being able to see the floor. Ricky Rubio can see the floor pretty well. So a lot of guys, I think, can really pinpoint passes and see the play develop.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Now Allen. Parsons outside. Gasol is screen on Morris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you know, Tony Allen is a defensive specialist, but shooting and offense has never been his strong suit. At times, teams leave him open, but he still can be an impact on your team. He's a terrific teammate and leader.
And teams will dare Tony Allen to shoot the 3 in recent seasons. He shot respectively, Steve, from out there.
You know what? It's not his bread and butter, but he can knock down the jump shot every now and then. But what he does offensively, he cuts, he slashes, and he crashes the offensive glass for putbacks.
Now Parsons following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. 3-pointer. Parsons' shot is off.
I am wondering what can he do to get it cranked up. Nothing from long range this quarter after hitting 1 in the first.
Morris kicks to Prez. Back to Morris. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And really just splendid distribution. When Prez sees an open man, he zips it over quickly.
Now here is Conley. He's got 8 inside and stolen by Drummond. Morris against Parsons. Prez passes to Drummond. And when Coach Fizdale came to Memphis, he did so because he thought this team was very close to getting to the next level. Makes sense, as that is why the Grizzlies, Smitty, have looked to a different coach in the first place.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he left Miami to rebuild. I mean, he had South Beach and everything. You just don't want to leave that. I think for him, as he looked at it, is we have some veteran presence on the Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies can win now. It's not time for a full rebuild.
From the corner, and there's Jackson on the assist by Morris. Jackson's got 6 points. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Here's Conley on the pass to Allen. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And another miss by Memphis.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
And that kind of terror defense is crucial to any team's success. Gotta defend the paint.
Now here's Prez after the Marcus Holmes. Lock at 6. Here's Prez. Here's Drummond. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night.
Gotta love how he didn't give up on the glass, and because of that effort, he comes up with the putback on the offensive rebound.
Gasol. That's in there. Conley with the assist. That's 10 points for Marc Gasol.
Whenever a guy is open, Conley will find him. He has a talent for getting the ball to his guys quickly.
Prez with the screen for Caldwell Pope. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Pistons.
And not a lot of attempts from beyond the break. Those deeper three-pointers can be a little outside of some players' range, but they've got guys who can make that shot. I think that's just an outlier so far.
That free throw, no good. And you look at the Grizzlies organization, a change in ownership back in 2012, a shakeup in the front office in 2014. Steve, there's been more continuity on the court than off the floor.
Yeah, the head coaching position changed as well, despite the great job done. Hopefully they can sustain that foundation.
And the second free throw, good. And so here's Memphis. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
Just a flawless execution in how they attacked on offense. Couldn't have asked for a better result.
Pocket 6, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Yeah, questionable, but it almost got through. It's probably a quick bucket if it did.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Davis is checked in, and then for Detroit. And so we conclude the first half. Pistons ahead, up 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here was Stan Van Gundy. Coach, you trailed early on, but what changed to get your guys into a rhythm?
We just kept fighting. I don't know what changed. We just started playing. Our guys will keep playing. I know that.
Thanks for your time, Stan. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Bring it in. We have not won this game yet. Listen, guys, we've got one guy doing all the damage out there. He's way too comfortable moving around without the ball. Our effort cannot stop until we get the ball, fellas. Stay tight on his hip and trail him close. Let's do this, gentlemen. Let's get this W.
Welcome back to Memphis, the birthplace of rock and roll, located right alongside the Mississippi River. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
And how about his scoring in that first half? He just looked like a different player today, really on point.
I thought the difference was he was more aggressive.
Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Andre Drummond is out there with Prez. And it's Morris in at the 3, the small forward.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here's Jackson. Morris outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Stolen by Randolph. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Allen. And that one comes up a bit short. Detroit leading by 4. Zach Randolph, one of the toughest, most physical players in the league. And Steve, he's an emotional leader as well on this team.
Well, his approach to the game, he plays with a lot of heart. He's confident, he's aggressive, and he's a hard worker. He doesn't back down from a challenge, and he's willing to shoulder the load when he has to.
And it's in there.
Randolph proving once again why he's one of the best rebounders in the league. He loves getting dirty on the glass.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Zach Randolph, no good on that one. And in his heyday, Zach Randolph averaged 20 points and 12 rebounds. And Stevie's getting up there in age, but still a player to reckon with.
Yeah, it's funny. His nickname, we call him first name 20, last name 10. That's for double doubles. And he's one of those players that great position rebounder, can score down on the block, gives you an effort on the defensive end. But what he does is give you a guy that you can throw the ball in, settle your offense, and he can get a bucket.
Well, we know the NBA has always valued scorers, guys that can put the ball in the basket and get paid to do it and do it well and do it a lot. Do you think, Steve, the great defenders are still undervalued in this NBA?
Yeah, I think so. I think people don't understand from my day to now, because of the new rules, no hand checking, no touching. You have guys now that's a premium to be able to guard some of these guys. The way they're scoring the basketball, you need more guys that can defend at an elite level than I think you did in the past.
Harder to play good defense or good offense?
I think harder to play good defense right now because you can't touch.
Right.
Guy coming at you, full speed, just a slight of hand touch, it's a foul now.
So more effort, more hustle required on that end.
More team defensive minded right now, I think, as well.
Here's Caldwell Pope. No good off the front iron.
And this is not how they wanted to start out the second half. Just 1 for 4 so far.
It's deflected. And here they come. He kicks it to Prez. Pass to Drummond. Down low. Stolen by Randolph. And they're pushing it up. Here's Allen. The 9-foot shot. The shot, no good. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Pistons leading by 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. 11 points for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Allen against Caldwell Pope. Gasol a screen. Back to Allen. Off the screen. Rebound by the Pistons. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Just lack of mental fortitude. You need to be strong in those situations and deliver when it matters the most.
Randolph kicks to Allen. He gets it in there. Allen's got 6 points.
Liking the activity from Tony Allen down low. No one scares this guy, even when he's taking it amongst the trees.
They set the pick. Jackson dishes to Prez. There's the feed to Drummond. To the middle. Here's Prez. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And a quick look at the numbers for Jackson. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 7 assists and 2 rebounds. Night in and night out, he's their #1 option offensively.
For Detroit, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. No No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And here is Conley. 8 points for him. Pass to Randall. Allen kicks to Gasol. Fires from the wing. That shot no good. And Detroit the other way now. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Getting good production from the reserves on a daily basis is a key ingredient to any team's success.
Gasol, a screen on Jackson. And here's Conley outside. And it gets Memphis with the three.
Like seeing Mike Conley get busy from beyond the arc. When he has space to pull up, he fires the threes.
Morris into the lane. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Nobody near Parsons. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Pistons have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. And stolen by Parsons. Dishes to Randolph. Allen outside. Back to Randolph. For the lead. And the layup is good. Randolph's got 8.
Can't stop Zach Randolph when he's that close to the bucket. Even with the defense draped all over him, he still nails it.
Perez passes to Drummond. Gasol picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Green, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. James Ennis comes in for Allen. And Detroit with a change here, too. Tobias Harris is checked in for Marcus Morris. Offensive rebound. Here's Drummond. And at last, they get one to fall. Drummond's got 4 this quarter.
He's been on target all night, and that's helped the whole team.
Gasol a screen. Green dishes to Conley. Lets it go from 11. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's 13 points for Mike Conley.
Oh boy, when Conley's hot, you need to keep getting him the ball.
Perez with the ball. 11 points in the game. And Drummond kicks to Perez. Green with the rebound. Memphis leading. Outside Conley. Green with a screen for Conley. There's the dish to Gasol. Perez with the rebound. Perez has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Caldwell Pope with it, now guarded by Ennis. Now Perez. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Grizzlies are starting to show their age a little bit. Last season was an example of that, but they still have that throwback style of play that's hard to gauge. Marc Gasol said, the game is evolving, and we as players and as a team have to evolve. We have to change things and adjust. You need tweaks and counters from game to game and year to year. Kevin?
All right, DA, they know they needed more shooting. Ennis passes to Conley. And another miss by Memphis. The Pistons leading. Perez dishes to Caldwell Pope to the inside. And Drummond gets it to go on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Drummond's got 11 points.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
He also, for a big guy, has a terrific touch from that range.
Drummond working against Gasol. Bucket is good. 12 points for him.
Marc Gasol is a workhorse down deep, just rising up and throwing it down.
Perez with the ball. He's against Green, and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Some changes for Memphis. Markieff Morris is checked in for Gasol. Davis. Memphis has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Down low, the tough pair of Zebo and Gasol. Green is out there with Davis, and it's Morris in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. They now take the lead. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
And whenever there's a man open, Gasol will find him. An all-around team player.
Now here's Prez. Defense is right there, and the shot is good. Morris has got it all tied up now for Detroit.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
What control by Randolph. A true legend at getting the hoop plus the harm.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Parsons checked in for Markieff Morris. Allen comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Conley in for Davis. Pistons trail by 3. And Drummond kicks to Prez. He feeds it to Jackson. Prez with the screen for Jackson. At the elbow, Prez. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Make that call!
Jackson's got 5 assists tonight. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Conley's shot is off.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Prez passes to Drummond. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Marc Gasol.
Well, I tell you what, it didn't take long for everyone to recognize that Andre Drummond was going to be a dominant rebounder in this league. He just inhales everything within his reach out on the floor. And then he's got that great blend of length and strength to get after every miss. Incredible feet and hands to go along with that. And this is a guy that just has superstar written all over.
Parsons' shot is off. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Inside, stolen by Randolph. Here's Baldwin. Goes back up, and Gasol lays it in. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
It's not easy to box out Gasol. He's very good at using his length to track down second chance opportunities.
Prez kicks to Drummond. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And it's hard to stop talking about Drummond. The rebounding, of course, helps him get the easy points. When it comes on the offensive end of the court, Greg, a terrific offensive rebound.
It's almost like a feedback loop with him. I mean, you get an offensive board, he gets an easy score. He starts getting on a roll, and then the next thing you know, he's blowing up for a 20-20 game.
Now here's Prez. Kicks to Jackson. Stolen by Allen. Stolen by Jackson. Caldwell Pope against Allen. Here's Prez. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And how about the skill from Prez down on the block, working hard inside and getting the contact in the process.
First free throw is good. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Adams checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Grizzlies have gone through the 4th quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. And it's sent back by Morris. And he's able to get it back. And that one misses.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Outside Jackson to tie it up. Here's Prez. Here's Drummond. It's good. This game is all even. Drummond's got 10 points here in the second half.
I never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
How they let that happen, that is beyond me. Where is the fight? No easy basket. Has to be their mentality on defense right now. Gasol demands the ball when his team needs an important basket. Just remarkable initiative on his part.
A fadeaway. But they'll get another chance. Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Drummond the screen. Jackson dishes to Drummond. Tries again. Rejected by Gasol.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
Adams against Jackson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. James Ennis will check in for the Grizzlies. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
The perfect guy to have on the line right now.
Caldwell Pope with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Back to Caldwell Pope. They get it back. Drummond, basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And the second chance points aren't easy to come back. It's all about effort and hard work, and he has today made it look easy.
That's a carryover from the way he played in their last game. All-out energy plays on his way to a huge performance.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground. Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Ennis in the corner. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Gasol. 5 to shoot. Unloads. Some solid defense there from Jackson. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice to system.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And Memphis making a change here. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those 2 to fall.
Now a timeout called by...
Look here, guys. This is what we live for. We have battled all night, and now it's crunch time. He's way too comfortable moving around without the ball.
It's possible.
They don't have a whole lot of time left, so that strategy makes the most sense.
16 seconds left in the game. Morris passes to Prez. Stolen by Conley. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Come on now.
No choice
better than that.
but to
Pick it up,
foul
boys.
there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Chandler Parsons gives you a little bit of everything. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, he can pass it.
Bring it in, guys. All right, let's get a good look. Listen, we cannot...
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jackson kicks to Hill. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. From outside the arc, it falls.
He is nearly impossible to guard from the three-point line when he gets a good look in a little space.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Zach. Congrats on the win. How are you guys clicking and coming together at the defensive end?
We just talking. That's what we hang our hat on, is the defensive end. We're a defensive team. And when everybody clicking and working together, talking on defensive end, that makes us a much better team.
Really looked like you were connected at that end, Zach. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.